See, although Jesus went through the cross, his death and resurrection changed everything and changed the world forever, the truth is that we as people are still engaged and invited into the ongoing adventure of seeing his kingdom come, seeing his love and power transform individuals and families and communities and cities. And we've just sung about it this morning. Your name is the highest. Your name is the greatest. Thrones and dominions, powers and positions all have to, Jesus' name stands above it all. The kingdom came with Jesus. The now began with Jesus. The not yet is not here yet. And we're in the middle of that. And as Joe said earlier, just at the start of December, as you know, we sensed as a church God inviting us to set aside a week to fast and pray. We were specifically praying around healing and sickness. But through the times of preparation and worship and confession and fasting and calling out to God, I believe, honestly, and for those of you who were there, you will hopefully you'll agree with me, that we as a church experienced something very precious, very deep, and very profound. We started the week with a wonderful baptism service here, stories of transformation and encounter. We heard stories of significant healings during the week, 2 specific stories that I'm aware of and others, but we've also heard just some really quite radical God encounters that happened during the week. Different people, life-transforming God encounters. And so we haven't had the chance to say this yet because we were away for one of the Sundays, but from Joe and myself, we just want to thank you for coming on that journey with us. Thank you for, we were going to do it anyway. We felt it was what God did, but it was more fun because you were with us and a bit of a relief as well, to be honest. But just thank you for engaging. Thank you for getting stuck in on Zoom or in person and coming. Some people came day after day, just coming. We believe God has used that time in very precious ways in our church. When we choose to spend more time with him deliberately, we experience a measure of his presence and a greater revelation of his love and a greater demonstration of his power. And that's what happened for so many people. Just out of interest, how many people are here, you don't have to give us the details, but how many of you would say that you had a significant encounter with God during that week of prayer and fasting? That's wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. If you haven't told anybody about it, tell someone, okay? You don't have to tell us, although we'd love to hear. That was wonderful. Some of you have asked, when are we doing this again? And Joe's already answered that question. It did feel like a stake in the ground. And we know that God hasn't finished with us yet. So, oh yeah. That was my photo I took, the selfie I took in the prayer room when I was just praying one day in the prayer room. I thought I'd share that with you. To be honest, I don't really know why I took. Well, no, I do know why I took it. I felt like God was talking to me about standing and fighting, actually. Yeah. And like Joe said, from the new year, Monday mornings, every week we're going to pray. We've got more going on than that as well. But we'll tell you about that in the new year. So thank you for involving yourself and engaging yourself.